Well, now earlier I caught up with Prime Minister David Cameron, who was at the service, and I asked him what influence Nelson Mandela had had on his life.
Oh, I would say quite a big one. I remember meeting him in 2006 and being incredibly struck by not just what he had achieved in his life, but what he wanted to achieve next with HIV and AIDS, with aid to Africa, with tackling poverty. And that was an inspiration to me. And today has been an extraordinary day, more of a celebration than a commemoration, but nonetheless very powerful for it.
But you're old enough to have been a student or that sort of age when he came out. So you knew apartheid and you know the situation now. Have you changed your ideas?
I've always disliked apartheid intensely. I had family who lived in South Africa, who travelled to South Africa. Some who hated it so much came back from South Africa. So always opposed apartheid, always believed this country could do so much better. And now I'm full of hope for the future. But still, there's a lot of things that have to be fixed.
Could I take you to the Central African Republic? There's something pretty dreadful about, in a way, this wonderful celebration down here and then that harsh reality of this gruesome warfare there. President Hollande was here. Did you get a chance to speak to him?
I had a brief word with President Hollande because we have offered help in the form of a C-17 transport plane, and logistics are often what are really needed in these circumstances. But I think it's right the French are in the lead. They understand that country, they know the country, they can act quickly to help deal with the problems there, and I think we should work with them rather than believe that actually somehow we can bring something extra to what they have.
But might you be providing more material support?
We rule out providing troops on the ground, but I think trying to help, as we did in Mali in the early stages, with transport and logistics as a friend and partner of the French, I think that's the right approach.
There may need to be another resolution at the United Nations. Clearly, you'd probably support that to widen the African Union contribution, for example. Our correspondent has been on the ground today, witnessed the killing of one of those peacekeepers. 2 French have been killed. Does it worry you?
It does worry me because, while British influence and frankly British understanding of this situation is not that strong, there are people who are advising that there are dangers of this thing tipping over quite badly into a dangerous situation with more people being killed.
Well, genocide even.
And I didn't want to use that word before it was appropriate, but people warn of what might happen. And so I salute what the French have done to act rapidly. We're there with them helping with things like logistics and diplomatic support, and I think that's the right approach for now.
Prime Minister, thank you very much indeed for talking with us.
Thank you.